Vote 18 is a fun, fast-paced, interactive game that teaches students the history of voting, makes it relevant in their lives, and engages them in the world of politics. The game starts with the facilitator taking the role of King George III of England.
As it sits today, I control virtually every aspect of your lives.
The facilitator leads the students on an interactive journey through the history of voting.
When push comes to shove, am I going to do what's best for me, or am I going to do what's best for you? Do what's best for me, exactly. You want a piece of the pie? Good point, you want a piece of the pie, excellent. Now, everybody gets the right to vote, right? Not everybody, just who? White male landowners.
Vote 18's objective is to energize the next generation of young Americans to be involved citizens and register them to vote.
Come down and join me down here as members of the voting public.
What makes Vote 18 so effective is its interactive teaching style and role-playing technique.
You can't vote.
Through the dynamics of exclusion, mock elections, group interaction, and rewards, students become emotionally invested in the political process and learn how they can affect its outcome.
So ladies, what did you do about it?
We
You revolted in the form of what?
women's rights movement.
Excellent, women's suffrage movement.
The section concludes with all the
Women get the
students
right to
empowered
vote.
with the right to vote.
Ladies coming down
The
here.
goal is
and
to
join us
increase
as
political
members of the
awareness,
public.
promote dialogue, and encourage today's young people to become tomorrow's voters and community leaders.
So now, take a look around you. It doesn't matter what race, what gender, what creed you are, what religion you are. One person, one vote.
The facilitator lets the students know there will be a reward for the winning candidate, then asks the class for volunteers to run for President of the United States in a mock election.
Right here, right there, and up there in the back. Come on down.
After picking two candidates, the facilitator leads the class in a discussion of current political events.
Current immigrants that are in the country illegally.
It helps the economy.
Who thinks that we should have universal health care?
I think they should be guaranteed proper health care.
Candidates then make a presentation to the class on what their positions are and why they think they should be elected.
I do support universal health care, and I feel that we should pay for it by when we build the stadium and Brooklyn.
So let's talk about the war for a second.
Just before the vote takes place, the facilitator picks 20% of the class, tells them they can't vote, and separates them from the group.
James, you can't vote. I'm sorry, you'll have to come down here in a corner.
Candy bars are given to the candidates for distribution to the class. The vote is taken, a winner declared, and the facilitator leads a brief discussion of what happened in the election and why.
It was extremely close. And Brett, you are the next President of the United States.
Yeah. Thank you.
Candidates, I noticed that 90% of the candy bars went to the students that could vote, and hardly any of the ones went to the students that couldn't vote. Why?
I guess because they don't really matter. Because this group can vote.
Seeing as though I wasn't allowed to vote, I just felt like, oh man, I could have really made a difference or whatever. I could have done something. So it's like I feel it's in a way ignorant not voting because you get heard.
We've seen that people died for the right to vote. We've seen what happens to resources based on who votes and who doesn't vote. And my question for you guys is, when you guys turn 18, can I count on you guys to vote? Yes! Right on!
Vote 18 can be taught in one 40-minute class period. The content of Vote 18 applies to the Board of Education content standards for students in history, social sciences, and analytical skills.